Don't go anywhere. In the next 30 minutes, we'll hear from the voice of experience. Marion seniors take a look back on their school experience and share some of their wisdom with our viewers. Coming up right now on the Giant Showcase.
Welcome to the Giant Showcase. You are watching a very special senior edition. We are going to be talking with a group of outstanding Marion Giant seniors all about to graduate. You're going to get to hear a little bit about their experiences as they have spent 4 years at Marion High School, and maybe some advice, wise wisdom of experience that they have had from their 4 years of experience they're going to be sharing with the underclassmen. But it's a great show, outstanding students. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back with some more Giant Showcase Senior Edition in just a moment.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
And welcome back to the Giant Showcase. We are so glad that you are joining us. In case you're just tuning in, I am surrounded by a group of outstanding seniors from Marion High School, and they're all about to graduate, and we're giving you a chance to get to know them a little bit better. Now, the group of students that are around me right now, you all excel in academics, as well as other areas as well, but we're going to talk about academics in this segment because the show is focusing on outstanding achievements in academics, athletics, and the arts, and we'll get to those other in a little bit here. But why don't we go around the show and let everybody have a chance to get to know who you are, okay? Why don't we start down here with you?
My name is Megan Griffin. I'm a senior at Marion, and I will be attending Purdue University in the fall.
Awesome. And you are?
I am Micah Hoeksma, and this fall I will be attending Taylor University.
Very good.
I'm Anne-Marie Conrad, and I'll be attending Purdue in the fall.
Exciting. And you?
Hi, I'm Truman. I'll be attending Purdue University in the fall.
That's so exciting. I'm so excited to hear that you all have plans already in the works. You know, when I was in your place, I'm not sure exactly where. I wasn't sure at that time where I was going to be going to school. So you're already ahead of where I ended up going to Indiana Wesleyan, for those of you who wanted to know. But so tell me a little bit about your achievements. I know we've talked a lot about you on the show here. Share with us a little bit about some of your achievements.
Well, I've been a member of the math team all 4 years. We've gone to state for 3 of those years. I got a perfect score on the AP Calculus exam.
I think we've talked about that a couple of times. That's so incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
Great teachers at Marion. That's why it happened. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys, I have a question. So all of the different teachers and the staff and whatnot at Marion High School, is there any one particular teacher that stands out to you or piece of advice that was given to you that you would like to share? Anybody have anything that a teacher shared with you?
Just today, our Spanish teacher, we're all in the same Spanish class, and our AP test is coming up. And she just kind of gave us a little motivational speech about not giving up even when it gets really hard. And that can apply to our AP test, but like also in life in general. And she's she's really inspiring all the time. So
That's
our
good.
Spanish teacher is great.
Awesome.
Her name is Mrs. Looney.
Mrs. Looney. Well,
Yes.
Hats off to you, Mrs. Looney. So, Anne-Marie, tell us a little bit about what your plans are. I know you said you're going to be going to Purdue. Tell us a little bit about some of your achievements.
So I'm involved in a lot at school. I like to excel academically. I like to challenge myself, and Marion definitely gives me those opportunities to be challenged. Some of the best teachers in state, in my opinion. So I plan to go to Purdue and academically study Spanish and global studies, and then after that go to med school, hopefully.
Oh, wonderful. It sounds like you've got a great future ahead of you.
Yeah, and I've gotten great background in Spanish and math and sciences classes from Marion, and so I'm really excited.
I'm excited for you, my dear, definitely. And Micah, tell us a little bit about what your plans are.
So at Taylor, I'll study bio pre-med and Spanish. And then after that, hopefully go to med school.
Wow, to med school here.
Yeah.
This is exciting. All right. And you also have a sports background too, right?
Yes, I run track and cross country.
So that's got to be kind of exhausting to have to try to juggle that with the academic. How do you balance that?
It's certainly a challenge at times. There are times in the school year where it seems everything comes due. So you have papers, projects, tests. So you just have to make sure to, I always try to make out a schedule at the beginning of the week and give myself certain times to spend on each of the things I need to get done that week. So.
Is that something that you guys find helpful too? Do you try to, your schedule is pretty disciplined?
For sure. Yeah, I definitely keep a calendar for every day.
No?
I'm a procrastinator.
That's okay. I think there's a lot of us out there. Don't feel bad. Okay, I have another question for you, but I want to hear from you first, Megan. Tell me a little bit about what your plans are once you get into college.
I'm not exactly sure, but I will be going to Purdue, and I'm going to major in business and minor in Spanish.
Oh, wow, great. So we've got some linguists here. This is exciting. Okay, I have a question for you, because now that you all have gone all 4 years through Marion High School, and you think back to when you were freshmen, and, you know, everybody, it's a new thing, and you're a little unsure about what to expect, and so you're going to have underclassmen that are going to be watching this show right now. So I would love to hear from each one of you. Just take about 30 seconds or so, and just share maybe some helpful advice or something that you wish that you knew then that you know now. So why don't we start with you, Truman?
Well, the advice I would give is find out where the bathrooms are.
Find out where the, hey,
I've been
that's
in situations
important.
Where I've been like, I really need to go. I don't know where I'm going.
Yeah, it's a big campus, and you don't think about it
Right.
until you get there, and you think, oh yeah, that's very important. Okay, Anne-Marie, do you have something that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I would say make friends with your teachers right away. It's way more enjoyable of a school year, and it's very helpful to like be able to converse with your teachers and interact with them and just be like friendly with them. So yeah, that's what I would say starting out.
And Micah, do you have something?
Yeah, I'd say definitely try a lot of different things. There are some things I tried and I didn't like, some things I wish I would have tried earlier. Like, I didn't run track and cross country my freshman year, but looking back on it, I wish I would have at this point.
So if anybody has an interest in something, try it.
Try it. Yep.
Yeah, great
Definitely.
advice. Great advice. You'll always regret if you didn't. So take the opportunities as they come. And then Megan, what would you like to share advice-wise?
Going off of what Micah said, get involved, but time management's really important because you're always busy. There's always stuff to do, and there's always stuff due. So you just have to find a balance of that.
So important. That's so true. And you know what? I'm going to let you in on a secret. Well, it's maybe not a secret, but it doesn't change throughout life. That's always something we're trying to juggle. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this segment. We're out of time, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk to some more students. They're outstanding Marion Giant seniors. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the very special edition of the Giant Showcase. We'll be right back.
Once you post your image online, you can't take it back. Anyone can see it. Family, friends, anyone. Think before you post.
You're watching WSOT TV, North Central Indiana and Western Ohio's source for family programming you can trust.
We've been privileged to be able to get to hear and visit with some of the outstanding seniors from Marion High School, and the group that I have with me right now, they excel in the area of arts, among other things. And so I want you to have a chance to get to know them. We're going to talk about the arts program within Marion High School. And so we're going to go around the table, and I'm going to give you guys a chance to introduce yourself. And, you know, while you're doing that, tell me a little bit about also some of your college plans, okay? So why don't we start with you?
Okay. I'm Nick Spitzer. I will be attending the University of Notre Dame in the fall. Yeah.
Very good. What do you plan on doing? What are you going to be studying while you're there at Notre Dame?
I'll be studying biochemistry.
Very good. Awesome. And you are?
I'm Allie Durbin, and I will be attending Ball State in the fall, and I will be majoring in nursing and minoring in Spanish.
Very good. And you?
I'm Lindsay No. I'll be going to Purdue University, and I'll be studying speech and hearing and minoring in business.
Awesome. Okay, so now we're talking about the arts, and you know, Marion High School, they work with CSA, and they've got a great program where they now are accredited. And I'm curious, you know, as you guys are taking advantage of the arts programs as well, I'm curious some of your experiences from maybe teachers. staff directors. Can you share with me a little bit about how the staff at Marion High School has played a role in your life? Some of those outstanding memories that you have from some of the different teachers and staff that you've encountered.
It's really nice, like, especially with our directors. It's a little bit of an escape from school, like when we get into our show and we get in deep. And it's a little bit of a confidence booster when we see the show coming together, and it actually helps me with school too.
Always good to have that. Now, tell me a little bit about your memories here as with teachers. And
personally, I think it's like this year, my choir teacher, Mr. Conway, has really helped me like gain more confidence in my singing and my acting, and because he's pushed me to do like solos and like go to competition, like solo and ensemble, and it's just really great, and I enjoy being challenged, not just academically, but also in the arts.
Very good, very good. And you?
Well, the arts are a great way to like express yourself, and I know at high school sometimes it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah.
So I was in band for 3 years and show choir for 1 year, and both the band director and the choir director, they've helped me like be able to express myself and figure out like what I like to do in the arts and stuff like that, because I wasn't really sure when I came to high school, and it's been a great like experience, like learning different types of musics and stuff like that. I like it.
Awesome. Well, I want to give you all a chance. You've got 4 years of experience and 4 years of memories. And so I would love to hear some of your favorite memories. And it doesn't necessarily have to be arts-based. It could be anything. So who would like to start? Would you like to start, Nick?
I can start.
Okay. All right, Nick, you share with us.
This year we're doing High School Musical, and this has been a really great experience for me, like watching this come along, and I'm doing it with some of my best friends, and so just like watching the show build and get better and better has just been so much fun.
Very true. I can see how that would be the case. Ali, share with me your favorite memory.
My favorite memory is probably the traditions we have. It is arts related, just the traditions we have, like and before show traditions, and
share with me.
We just have like our little like to pump ourselves up. It's like we do like these handshakes, and like we sing a song and we pray together, and it's just really great. And because these people I've been with ever since I've been at Marion, and it's just a great way to bond with them, and because they're like family to me.
And Lindsay, share with me your favorite.
I think my favorite, I guess it's arts memory. When we went to Ben Davis, it was my first show choir competition, and it was a roller coaster. We left the school at 5 a.m. and we didn't come back until 1 in the morning. And it seemed stressful, but it was the best experience I've ever had, show choir related, because it's really a bonding experience with all your other show choir friends and stuff like that, and it brings you closer.
Yeah, it's a team effort, would you say?
It
Definitely.
really is.
Yeah. I'm curious also, because I happen to know a little bit about some of y'all as well as your academic elements here. And y'all have worked really hard, your honors students, and you have taken advantage of the advanced college placement courses that the high school offers. And we've talked about that on the show a lot. And so I would like for each one of you to share, because I know some of you are going to be starting pretty far advanced into college, and that's going to save you a lot of time, shave off a lot of time that you have to invest in college. And so why don't I just start with you, Nick, again? And you've taken advantage of college placement, advanced placement courses.
Yes.
So when you start at Notre Dame, will you be starting as a freshman, a sophomore, what?
Yeah, okay, so I'll be starting as a freshman still, but the classes that I've taken at Marion, I'll be able to get my English classes and hopefully my math classes out of the way, so I can just focus right on my major and get right into things. So I'm looking forward to that.
How important is that to you?
Oh, that means so much, not having to take English in college.
I don't blame you. Takes some stress off, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Ali, share with us a little bit about your experiences here.
Most of my credits will transfer, and I'll have about 15 going into Ball State. So I'll be a second semester freshman. And so it'll be great, and it'll save me money.
Yes, and it'll save your parents money
too.
So that's a great thing. And Lindsay, how about you?
I'm not sure about exact credits, but I will be going in as a sophomore, and I'm really excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow, talk about fast track for all of you, really. Yeah. Okay,
Definitely.
so we just have a few minutes left, and so I want to go around the table here again, and because I'm giving everybody that's on the show a chance to share some wisdom, because you've got 4 years of experience, and there's things that you know now that you didn't know going in to high school. So share with me, actually share with our underclassmen who may be watching some wise words of advice. What do you wish that you knew then that you know now?
I would say definitely don't be afraid to do something that you want to try. Like, definitely start out and branch out and take as many of the classes that you want to take, do as many extracurriculars as you want, and just really find out like what things you really enjoy, because that's going to help you find the people that you'll want to be around too.
Mm-hmm. Good advice. Allie, do you have some advice you'd like to share?
Yeah. My advice would be is to be involved and don't be scared to meet new people, because this year and last year I've kind of made new friends, and it's just really great to connect with other people and just get different experiences than everything you've done.
Great
like
advice.
Middle school and stuff.
Great advice. And Lindsay?
Really take advantage of how Marian offers so many college courses. Like, I am going in as a sophomore, and it's going to save me lots of time and lots of money, and I'll be able to find a job faster and graduate. And yeah, I think Marian offers one of the most college courses. In the county.
You're right. You're right. So great advantage that you all have had to be able to take advantage of those courses. And, I'm so impressed with you and all of the other seniors that have been on the show today. I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy day. I know that you all are getting ready for an opening call tonight here. So opening curtain starts shortly. So I'm not going to take any more of your time. Thanks for being on the show. And I want to invite you not to go anywhere, because we're going to be right back with some more Giant Showcase Senior Edition in just a moment.
In many ways, my job at Boeing feels like a continuation of my role in the Air Force Reserve.
What's Lieutenant at 4 or 5?
Like when I'm refueling aircraft from a KC-135 tanker at 20,000 feet. Plus, there's a unique fellowship within the military and my civilian job. We take care of each other and support one another like family. Many people spend their whole lives looking for their dream jobs. I have that dream job.
Start your adventure with the Air Force Reserve.
Welcome back to the Giant Showcase. So glad that you are joining us. And in case you're just tuning in, we are talking to some outstanding seniors from Marian High School. And this segment of the show, we're going to be talking to some incredible athletes. And I'm going to give you a chance to get to know them. And why don't we go around the table and just have you introduce yourself? And do you have future college plans? We'll have you share that as well when we go around the table. So your name is?
I'm Noah Shigley, and I plan to go to Indiana Wesleyan and run track there and study youth ministry.
Awesome. Good for you. And your name is?
I am Ian Reynolds, and I plan to go to Indiana University Bloomington and major in biotechnology.
Very good. And you are?
My name is Jenna Mahler. I plan to go to Indiana University to join the Army ROTC program and to major in psychology.
Oh, very good. Awesome. See, we do have some outstanding students from Marian High School, don't we? I know that you're just as impressed as I am right now. Now, I want to take a moment here to give you a chance to kind of talk about some of your favorite memories that you've had. You've had 4 years at the high school, and so I would love to just let you have a chance to share some of those happy memories. Jenna, would you like to start?
I don't really have a lot of favorite memories. It's just everything throughout high school, because it's a learning experience. It's a lot of fun to get to meet other people. It's a lot of fun.
The whole overall thing was exciting and favorite. Any kind of big accomplishments that stand out that you're kind of proud of?
This past month I have learned that I won a 3-year scholarship to IU Bloomington, so that's covered for school.
That's a big deal. Wow, I'm impressed with that. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yes. Ian, what about you? Favorite?
One of my favorite memories would probably be this past football season.
Mm-hmm.
The prior 3 years were kind of bad just for the team overall. But this past year, we really turned it around.
You did.
And though we were kind of bummed out with how the season ended, still just all of it was really fun, and it was nice to improve, and like we saw our improvement. And that was what was really nice.
That's awesome that you can put forth that effort. And I really respect the fact that you can see your accomplishments and you could see your improvement. And so good job. That's so important that everybody can be aware of, maybe I'm not where I want to be yet, but I can see I'm making progress. So don't lose that. That's so important. What about you, Noah? Share with us your favorite.
I would say my favorite memories came from track and cross country. The whole team aspect was a lot of fun. Going to the meets and hanging out all day. And we have amazing coaches, Coach Lakes and Coach Larson. They're amazing coaches and also awesome teachers. So it was great to be a part of that and in their legacy.
Now, I'm curious because you guys are juggling school as well as your sports activities, and I know that that's a challenge because it requires a lot of discipline. And I'm sure there's some strong character building elements in the mix too, and as well as a discipline. And Jenna, because I know you're involved with JROTC, which Marion has one of the highest, I don't know how to say, one of the best programs, JROTC programs within the state. How has that helped you feel like you are a little bit more disciplined in life from your experiences within the JROTC?
Okay, so when I started high school, I was an A and B student, and it kind of motivated me to do more. And once you get into JROTC, you get promotions to earn your rank. And now I'm a captain this year, and I started out really slow. And Lieutenant Colonel Farlow encouraged me to work harder to get into the position I am today.
Very good, very good. Ian, what about you? What do you think with football, for example? How has that helped you in other areas of your life?
Well, a big thing would be just, I talked about how we had a bad previous 3 years, and it just really helped me with not giving up. Because a lot of the time when we would be down and things were, the whole season just didn't look too good, but this past year really proved that when you put in work to something and you get together with everybody and you just want it, then you can make it happen.
That's so true. So true. And what about you, Noah? What are your takeaways from your sports background?
I think being a runner, that the more time and effort you put into it, the more you see the results. And so similar to kind of what Ian was saying, is that can also transfer into education. The more time and effort you put into it, the better grades you'll have. And so being in sports has really helped me also in education with that.
All of this I think is so important that you're sharing this. Thank you so much for your transparency and being willing to share because, there are a lot of underclassmen that are going to be watching this show. And so after 4 years of experience and just showing the fruit of your labor because of your outstanding accomplishments, that if you put your mind to it, if you put the time and energy into it, then you're going to see the results. You're going to see the benefit of that. And as we are about ready to wrap up, I'm going to give each one of you about 30 seconds. And I would love for you to take a moment to share some advice, something that you learned that you wish that you knew going into high school that you now know. So why don't I start with you, Noah?
I'd say that when you're working for a goal, you don't wait until a few weeks before to start working for that as soon as possible. So as freshmen, when you're thinking about your GPA, your grades matter when you're a freshman because when you're a senior, you're going to look back and wish that you really focused on it then. And for sports, you can't wait until sectionals, like the week before sectionals, to start training hard. And you start training in the preseason and early season.
So true. And what about you, Ian?
I would say don't be overwhelmed because a lot of the time you'll have for football, we had like a 2-hour practice. And then you'd get home and you'd have homework and you wouldn't want to do it, but you have to do it. And I'd say don't get bogged down with all the work that you have to have and just balance it out and just remember that if you do what you're supposed to do, it'll all work out in the end. But that doesn't mean like not do your work. Still try to get everything done, but don't stress out as much as you think you will.
Very good. And Jenna, what about you, dear?
Never give up. Even when you feel like everything's going downhill, just never give up and always give your best.
great advice. There's a lot of wisdom, and y'all are speaking from experience. So I thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show and share with us, and I hope that you have been enjoying the show. We have some more outstanding Marion Giants coming up, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Giant Showcase.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they'd die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
I started my adventure as an aerospace medical technician.
Flight medic in the Air Force Reserve.
Satellite system operator.
As a space systems operator.
And I'm a pilot for the Air Force Thunderbirds demonstration.
We deliver the world's timeliest environmental intelligence data.
Flying to Afghanistan, bringing wounded warriors back to Germany.
We take care of injured personnel on a daily basis.
And then flying them from Germany back to the States.
As a member of the Thunderbirds, I get to be a part of a team that passes on the message of the United States Air Force Reserve to the U.S. and the world.
It's a very exciting career.
One of the greatest things about the Air Force Reserve is all the different opportunities.
The training in the Air Force Reserve is second to none.
It gave me the opportunity to go to college.
The Air Force Reserve actually paid for my education, which allowed me to commission. It's definitely a bonus.
Probably the most exciting thing I've done is support humanitarian relief operations in places like Haiti.
The Reserve gave me the opportunity to learn something totally different from what I did.
Being able to travel.
I enjoy the getaways that I get, and I enjoy the camaraderie and fellowship I share with all my unit mates.
We're really close-knit, we're unique, and the Air Force Reserve gave me all those opportunities, and then even more.
Start your adventure in the Air Force Reserve.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for the very special senior edition of the Giant Showcase. And I have next to me a legend here in Grant County, Mr. Mark Fauser. And Mark, I want to say a great big thank you to you because you have been a part of putting the show together the entire year. You know, we did our very first taping back in August of 2016, and this was something that you brought to us initially. It was just an idea. Mm-hmm. And we love the opportunity to be able to spotlight some of the excellence that's happening within our community. Yeah. And so a lot of people don't know that you actually have been behind the scenes coordinating and helping to make this show happen. And so I want to say a great big thank you as we wrap up one whole year of the show.
Listen, I want to thank you. I mean, you and Jason have done such a great job, and we're really blessed that you took the idea and ran with it and built a beautiful set. And, you know, we throw you a lot of curveballs at the last minute, and you're such an excellent host to try to capture all this information that's thrown before you, sometimes minutes before. Sometimes. And I really applaud you for going with the flow. And a lot of changes happen, but a lot of good changes happen. So we're really grateful to you for doing it and showcasing our kids, and that is our purpose and that is our goal. And as you can tell, Mr. Lindsay and myself, we just, I think on behalf of all the teachers and the school board, and we just absolutely love kids. So anytime we can showcase them like we did today, my hat's off to you, and I thank you for doing that.
It's a privilege. I consider it a privilege to be a part of this effort, and so thank you for letting us have this opportunity. But I also want to say that I think that the viewers can see that everybody that we have brought onto the show, which is an incredible kind of a cross-section of Marion Community Schools, I think that everybody can see just how much everyone cares about students.
Yeah, it's really changing in the community. You know, it was such a negative rap for so long, and now you're seeing students coming back to Marion. You know, one of our students that we saw today is Anna Marie Conrad. She's from the Micinal area. She comes here. She's leaving with 60 some odd credit hours. Mm-hmm. She's a remarkable student. She's got a 4.9. Mm-hmm. And, you know, you have Micah Hoeksema, who is, he was just named the Indiana Academic All-Star, one of 40 kids in the state to get this honor. And you had Truman Bennett on today, who's one of 18 in the world to get a perfect score. And you got these great athletes and these great artists. And there truly is something for everybody. But the kids that you all saw today all have 3.5s or above. Most of them are in the 4 high ranges. So I am really proud of the school because they take someone like a Jenna Mahler and that it's students like her and Colonel Farlow that makes the JROTC program one of the best in the country.
Well, you know, I think we're out of time for the show, but I'm so glad that you were. I know. We need more time. Well, you know what, though? Maybe we can continue on next month and do a wrap-up.
That sounds good.
Excited about graduation and all the festivities that are surrounding that as well.
We had a fantastic year, and thank you for being a part of the year and helping showcase to the audience. We're really grateful to you.
Thank you very much for the chance, and thank you so much for watching, because, you know, we do the show for you as well, and so if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a show. So I want to say a great big thank you for tuning in to watch the Giant Showcase, and we're out of time, so stay tuned for some more quality family programming that you can trust right here on WSOT TV.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.